I mean, you can counter the invisibility through some other means, but it would really be true sight. That's the only way. And even then, there would be situations where I'm forced to attack invisible creatures. I can't just keep drinking potions if there be opportunity. So I don't think it would really change all that much. Casters. There's a cleric, there's a wizard. Gnomish, yeah, it doesn't look all that bad. I'll just pull back a little bit. I'll just dodge the worst of the spellcasting this way. Regular attacks are doing about 25 points of damage at this stage. It's with the power attack still. Okay, go for the mage. Chances of me going for the mage pretty much 0, so beat the shit out of the closest one. I can easily do 250 points of damage in a single round, even more if I get the ability like this. It's wonderful because the attacks come so quickly that it's a good chance you're interrupting even there what target does. And it's so much damage that even if you would drink healing potions, it wouldn't be enough to keep you alive for long. Nothing particularly interesting. Not seeing anything particularly interesting on the enemy front here.
You'll soon behave from your tongue!
I could make critical hits more common if I wanted to, by adding the key ability to the Warhammer. Either a +5 weapon and then we can start talking. Alternatively, if I find something really good, like a powerful elemental damage weapon, then that's another matter. Something where the critical hit significantly increases the weapon damage. Currently, no such things exist. That's at least 2 wizards there.
I'll cleave your skull.
I think we should fight here. The Umber Hordes will mostly disrupt their activities.
I'll have you dead. Cleave your skull.
Where's the wizard? That didn't last long. That one hit was 2 hits. 1 critical, 1 normal.
No escape. I'll see you dead.
So, not a massive difference in what we can do thanks to level up, but there's still a little bit of a difference. We could speed it up the rate of killing. We have a little bit of easier time hitting the wizards when we try to take them out. Right. There's still one room I haven't explored. If we could do something, we might want to go with the improved power attack too. We are looking for anything to increase our damage.
You down.
I mean, usually it's not a good idea, but if we keep increasing our attack rolls at this rate, we would still hit with most of our attacks. And that's plus 10 damage to your basic attack, so it'll multiply. So, that's more or less double your damage.
Take that, fools! Take that,
And if you're hitting mages, the armor class never really a problem. Are you doing more damage with your attacks than it does with the defensive shield to you? So the more power attack we can push into those attacks, the better. I think certain type of leeches and demi-leeches will be an exception. Demi-leeches can have ridiculously high armor classes. But that's a very, very narrow sort of target. With normal wizards, definitely go full power attack. I also have the stealth mode here, which is totally worthless, so I could move things around. Right, full power attack there. Expertise mode is pretty much worthless to me. Still, there's a wizard somewhere apparently. A lesser spell mantle potion would protect us against a single spell, really. But that could be a spell that would end the fight, and even high-level casters don't have a huge amount of such powerful spells. So a few potions can see us through a very, very tough fight. Right, that's another area cleared, and we got almost nothing from it. Well, the puzzle was actually fairly good, reward-wise. So, what do we need to do? Okay, 4 areas left. We need to go west and south. I'll also need to talk to you guys. I might have been able to complete some of these. 1400 extra golden XP.
Here, follow me. Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Please.
South. Quick look to see if there's some change in the equipment. Still selling +3 items. Try to go through the remaining areas fast. Although with this someone fighting it, that's it's gonna be a relatively fast. Be a new area.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
What do we have here? A puzzle, nothing else. That fits me just fine. Fairly standard enemy group.
Here you meet your end! By the Mother's Wrath!
Improved cleave could be another feat to go after. It's not important, but if we have another selection that where we can only go with fighter feats, it's not like we have that many interesting things to choose from. And it would give us an extra attack here and there. I would be interested in doing damage, elemental damage resistance to at this point. I mean, it's not gonna make a massive difference, but it's a little bit of damage shaved off here and there without having to shift key, equipment too much. Oh crap. Cleric and a sorcerer. backstabbing something like this. They can do damage to me. The biggest notable thing about the damage is that they don't really have any difficulty. The armor class need to be ready to increase that substantially at a moment's notice.
Here you meet your end!
He's trying. Ran out of spells. Still good effort. Very good effort this time. Cleric can still get me. Not quite. He's the only one that still had a chance. Not very ahead of state. It's gonna be pretty much impossible to loot everyone here, so we'll just take what we immediately can. Enchantment bones +1. That is not good. It's definitely unusable in a weapon, shield or armor. It might be useful in something else. Like a razor that adds +1 to armor, because usually they don't really have that sort of enchantment on them at all. But it would be something a little bit extra. I'm sure I didn't loot all of them. A lot of wizards, a lot of clerics. Get rid of some of the clerics. They're not a problem unless they get a good amount of a long time to cast their spells. Then they're a problem. But there's at least 3 clerics now here. One remains. They don't need a lot to be able to push the damage to the point where it would all collapse. They just need a little bit of something. Same time, they certainly don't have that little bit of something yet, quite yet. Unlimited +3 ammunition. It's suddenly out of nowhere. I wonder how much luck affects what you get. Because I haven't found unlimited normal ammunition +1 ammunition or +2 ammunition, but it's only +3 ammunition. So I suppose it's possible that a little bit of a different dice rolls, and you could have gotten powerful weapons too at some point. This was not meant for me.
Here you meet your end!
There's a lot of casters in that one. To get kills quickly. Luckily, getting kills quickly is the best, is where we're good at. Casters. Surprisingly, no. Let them come to us.
Take that!
A lot of casters there. I don't think we want to stay here.
I will strike you down to side! I shall strike you down!
Sneak attacks do enough damage to come right through the defenses. That is something I can fix at any moment though, and simply altering your armor class viable solution too. That's not that difficult.
Meet your end!
I told you to attack the cleric. Actually, you stopped immediately to attack. I mean, the mages are gonna cause me a little bit of grief already, so I don't want to fight the clerics at the same time. Where are the mages? They are here. I know it. There's one. Feel free to attack the targets I designate. not that far away from another level up. There's one good thing that came to our character from this place is that level ups. Constant level ups. Haste! Holy ass cracker. That means we can put 2 major buffs on a single item. Like protection from death or mind effect immunity and haste. Ah, that is the best thing. Once we can sort of concentrate some of the vital benefits into a few items, then we can start adding some of the more interesting things. But those recipes are probably the most valuable things you can get because of the random nature of the generic loot. You never know what you're gonna get, so there has to be some way to patch things up a little bit, shake things up. Recipes do that. You just need to be incredibly lucky to actually get the correct recipes. Keen, that's the second keen recipe. It means we can add the keen property to our current weapon, because we have a backup. Greater stone skin. I'm not sure you can add keen to a blunt weapon though. Technically, there's a ability that does the same thing for blunt weapons, but it's not necessarily keen. At the same time, I don't know if the game gives a crap. The zip puzzle is one of these again. With luck, we are gonna get experience points out of it. And we're fighting? We're fighting. Right. So that's another wrap on a level. There should be 2 more left, or 3 more. 3 more. Ah, crap. Right. Take a look at things. That is a very good positioning, because it's totally isolated from all the rest. So we want to guide these to a single path there, and guide this as something totally separate. Right. We want to think about this too much at the moment. Just guide it to this general direction. And I need... No. This has to more or less point to a different direction. I think we can do it the other way. The 2 arrows with these will point in the same direction no matter what that direction happens to be. So if we play this in any way smart, which we already failed to do, it should be fine. The arrow here and the arrow there have to match. More or less. Right. So this joins up with that one, and this goes there. These columns are totally separate from the rest, so we should leave them to last. Basically, solve the 3 here first, and do whatever is necessary to take care of this one. Right. Gotta change this one, no matter what. Gotta change this one, no matter what. Okay. Zim 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 zim. That doesn't work. This row is sort of exclusive to this energy sphere though, so we'll switch it around. What we really need is to just combine this with the other two somehow. It doesn't really matter, the details don't matter. Right, this will now combine with this one, and that will go nowhere. I would have to change this arrow somehow. Now everything goes here. Goes here. Right. Here. It's stuck there. Okay, I think that's it. Ooh. That is definitely not it. Right, because it changes that one. God damn it. Still, it's not totally worthless because it dim 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 dim, right? Two 3,200 experience points. Thank you very much. I didn't have to bite anyone to get it. Okay, what do we have to do next? When we do the next big inventory management section, I'll also clear out the bags of holding, just in case they're the ones that are extending the how long a quick save takes. Because now it's become a problem to the point where I don't want to save, but that is a stupid thing to do. Right. 3 areas left. Hopefully there's more activities and less fighting in them, but why would there be really?
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
There is a encampment and that's it. Hello friends! Let's start with the wizard.
Soleno Samatka!
A lot of other wizards, clerics, right? Move. Let's go for the wizard. Wizard. Still the wizard. I mean, you don't have to hit it, but at least try to hit it. Right, now I'm gonna get some clarity. Ooh, Lady of the Mask, probably a big backstabbing fan. I think we got enough of them. There isn't all that much I can do anyway. There's a metric ton of backstabbing substances here. So there are a lot of threats besides the casters now. And I am attacking the casters. Still there's like 3 clerics here at least. Okay, I managed to neuter the clerics. There's still some threats still from the backstabbing, but that's it. Please kill the backstabbers. Also a wizard, but it's a glider wizard, the worst kind of wizard really. That said, it is a wizard. And now we just clean up. Got exciting there for a second. Please kill the backstabbers first. Wait. Tensor's transformation. Wonder how it works on a fighter, pure fighter. It's supposed to make mage a somewhat competent fighter. I don't recall what benefit it gives. Does it benefit a... Ooh, remove disease, I'll take that one. Does it benefit a pure fighter at all? It might. If it doesn't, if it actually gives bonuses instead of something like fighter of an equal level. If it's fighter of an equal level, then it's pretty much worthless to me, but if it gives just outright bonuses to sort of compensate, then it would be very, very powerful on a fighter character. Because if it's powerful enough to make some kind of wiener like a wizard good enough to be a fighter, it's going to be absolutely devastating on an actual fighter. Interesting looking cloak. Haven't seen one before. It's also on a mini boss. So there's some hopes that it might be decent. It is a rogue mini boss though, so I don't really have much hope for that. It's probably useful for a rogue, yes, but not for me. Still, I want to keep moving east. At the same time, we do have to go and take a look at these areas, please. Monster seller, spell seller, merchant, Alhoon hireling. That's a mind flayer. Holy shit, that's powerful. I mean, it's overpowering to me. Undead mind flayer. The only thing it really lacks is the regeneration. Eats the brains of your enemies. And Mystic Anvil too. This is probably just another group of enemies here. But there could be a quest objective. Okay, not bad. A single big fight here, but nothing else. I'm okay with this. Just see if the merchant has anything good for sale, and I think that's it. I don't want additional followers. +4 shield. +4 full plate. Weightless amulet of some sort, and +4. Yeah, nothing even remotely interesting this time. Positive side, it allows us to move forward faster. Spell resistance, saving throws, armor bonus. It's a good cloak. True seeing on a shield, not a bad thing. But can get that from drinking a potion. Spell crafted, full plate, so spellcaster could use it. Gazorp's Emerald. Finger of Death. I think we already have these. Right. Nothing particularly interesting. 2 areas left. Yeah. Hopefully they're as quick as this to complete. Come on, baby, try to save the game. It takes so long that I'm starting to worry about if it's going to ever save. You can get these kind of saving speeds if you mod the game massively, then it's possible to get. Oh, this is bad. It's very bad.
Hold this
This
place.
is too open
Let
of an
nothing
area, so
uproot
even
you.
if there are shopkeepers or things like that, we are under risk. These guys are under risk of death. On the positive side, there doesn't look to be all that many spellcasters here, just
Here
dragons.
you meet your end!
I mean, they can cast spells, but they're not that good at it. Yeah, this is bad. They can see me, see my allies there. Immediate fireballs the balls. But there's no way I can keep them alive if I do it this way. There's just no way. I mean, 6 hit points versus dragons throwing spells at you. It's just not happening. I might be able to. Yeah, there's no. I was thinking invisibility to counter that, but dragons will have true sight, so it won't make much of a difference. It will not be a solution. Either we can approach this square from another area, or we can't do it. Which is alternatively we could run, but that is yeah. Even the loading takes forever. This is not good. And it might get worse, that's the thing. It's about a minute long process at this point. There is another way, so north and east. Probably worth doing. I mean, I'm just looking at the situation and I don't see a good solution. I mean, if our guys had some hit points, that's a different matter. But 6? There's not a lot you can do with 6 hit points. A first level enemy of the shittiest possible quality might kill you accidentally. Hopefully approaching it from the north will be a little bit better. It's still a barely open map though, so it could be bad, pretty goddamn bad. Gotta save here, even though it takes time. There's no auto save, so even if this fails, it might still be much more doable in the other direction. I can't see how it could be any worse. Even if we're in a room against facing enemies, we would still have a fighting chance, because we could force them to ignore the weak ones. And with that amount of health, I can push through fairly easily. These guys have been leveling with me, at least some of them, so they're actually fairly good. Also, they haven't had a lot of fighting going on. Ooh, this is pretty much
Hold
perfect.
this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Going to be able to close the door right after us, though. So we'll go in the direction where we can do that. It's a lot of fighting, but someone's got to do it. So wizard, troll. This is bad. Can't do much about it. Just have to start attacking them to pieces. Yeah, I don't care too much what do we attack, as long as they're spellcasters of some sort. Problem is, almost everyone here is a spellcaster of some sort. Even the dragons. Especially the dragons. Their breath attacks I can reasonably dodge. A lot of their weaker spells. I do like some of the AI behavior here, because they're basically trying to counter if you try to live through buffing. So they do try to dispel your spells too. So this is not a good place to be if you work by using mastermind buffs on your character. They'll get stripped from you constantly, so that won't work. It has to be in the equipment you wear. More dragons. Any invisible friends here? Not that I can see. It's almost impossible to even click here because the dragons take so big of an area. 2-handed weapon would have worked fairly well in this environment, just you have so many physical protection items. The armor class was never all that important. 2-handed Sky would probably be fantastic. It just harvested all these in seconds. They have some casting power, but not enough to really threaten them. Feel free to attack someone.
The good of all! Here you meet your end!
Yeah, we're getting close to another level up. It's shocking. I see what's here. In the last area there is a plot giver, because we need more of those, and a base. Immunity to paralysis. Holy shit. We're starting to get the good recipes now. It's still not mind affecting immunity, which is a must have, but assuming the paralysis is useful at any rate, which I do need to check. Inzer's sword. What the hell does this mean? Fire damage, Kali, fire resist, saving throws versus fire. Yeah, they're probably here. Corpses I can't loot. I would have to get rid of at least this one. Dragon corpses take so much room. Another blue dragon. Still, it gave me enough room that I can spot the rest. Potion of True Seeing. I'm trying to get the... what the hell is it? Medusa. Right. Damage bonus +2. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. That's the first damage bonus I think I've ever seen. It's probably just normal damage though, so not elemental. It matters somewhat, but just having a damage bonus is the important part. Are you... You're shitting me. I think I'll end things after clearing this level. Just too much. That takes up a huge amount of time. 3,000 for a level up, so we just completing the quest. We certainly have enough experience for a level up. Maybe even 2 after that. Maybe 2 or 3 if we complete all the third level 2 fully. So getting closer and closer to we're definitely getting to epic level before we get any kind of palace or... But at the same time, I can't say that all that much has happened. There's like 2 or 3 quests that there are any. Everything else is just wading through huge amount of monster mobs. No end in sight. Hmm. The petrifying ray isn't reaching us. DC 13, we have 42 plus 11. It is definitely not a magic spell ability, so spellcraft is not going to help against it. 2,000 for level up. We're lucky we might even get it here. Still a couple of areas left, and I don't think I looted the large room there. Still, where's the plot giver? It's the access to final area. Encampment, yes. Spellcaster, ooh, there was a merchant, excellent. I'll loot these when I go and talk to the merchant. Wait a minute. What do we have here? Yeah, there's definitely a plot giver somewhere. Ah. Right. Talk to plot giver, loot this room, go talk to merchant, sell our crap, and there.
The good of all!
Couldn't even complete the second level. I sort of want the level ups, the epic levels. So I'm not too eager to skipping things. Evidence of troglodytes developing on level 3. Are you shitting me? I'm not gonna come back to you and report troglodyte kills. Still... So that's a totally waste. At least we didn't get a new party member out of it. Might as well pick a little bit more items instead. We know that there's a merchant here. Good opportunity to maybe get something new in the misc slots. At the same time, it doesn't really matter. There's a lizard folk druid I'm trying to get to. Not sure how the hell that's possible, or from what angle. Just see dragons. We need to get rid of one of the dragons. Turn to vapor, please. Mechanical jumper. That's worth a couple of hundred XP.
What?
Okay, anything useful. Tower shield, full plate of skill. Set trap plus 19. Just what I was looking for. Dexterity, 144,000. Plus 10 dexterity. Holy shit. Damage resistance, 130,000. Slashing 30. Armor class plus 3. Spine, plus 4 Warhammer. I don't get why the weapons are some sort of an exception to these. Good regeneration ring. Slashing resist 30. Regeneration plus 1. That's something I should sort of keep an eye out on. What is the damage type that the enemy mostly does to us? I would say slashing is probably the most common. Then piercing, because there's a lot of rogues, so there you have to counter that somehow. 75% immunity to fire. If we could add some things like ability drain immunity, haste into an item like this would go a long way into addressing a lot of our concerns. But it's still, I don't know if I want to, if it's still worth taking with us, basically. It's not a terrible item, but they shouldn't be that butt and Sai. It should have to be a good item, period. $5.5 million. Parry plus 9. Of course it's parry. What would we do without parrying? Plus 6 to reflex saving throws, that's not bad. But it's reflex saving throws and it's only plus 3 shield. We can get plus 4s at this point. Arcane spell failure reduction, which is always worthless. Fortitude saving throws use medical devices. Soak damage. Decent shield. Knockdown immunity. Good for someone else. Someone who doesn't have discipline. Although, no one has used knockdown against us at all, so that's it. A lot of good recipes though, so I don't want to pretend that we didn't get good loot this time. Out of curiosity, what do we have here? Damage resistance cloaks. Yeah, dark. This would see us through the mages if we would have to beat the shit out of them. These type of boots, on the other hand, are absolutely worthless. Negative energy resist 15 isn't gonna matter much. Acid resist 10 isn't good enough. Level ability drain immunity, very welcome. Electrical resistance 30? No. Cold resist 35, it has some potential. That ring, that's a good one. Death magic immunity ring, another good one. Haste ring. But we can add haste. What exactly is my damage resistance at the moment? Thought I had 4 plus, yeah, improved evasion. This isn't bad, but isn't great either. Yeah, I think I'll leave things at that. Might as well pile a couple of packs of holding. I mean, there's no downside to that. Carry weight is not an issue, but still. Actually, I don't want to put things in the bags anymore. Not unless we absolutely have to. I've got a pretty good system now. It's not perfect, but the point is we're not looting everything. There's no point in looting everything. All the good items are still ones I can buy. Well, pretty much. Unless through some miracle you get a lucky roll, but it's so unlikely that I don't feel like I'm losing anything by leaving most of the loot on the ground. I'm not sure how long I want to keep doing this though. I feel like I'm not going anywhere, but I still get levels. I think this is the dungeon, I'll do it. We'll probably get closer to level 20 by this, but I don't think I want to do this again in another dungeon. Even just here it's gonna take a huge amount of time to complete the next level. That's probably not even the worst way. The size of the dungeon might grow even further. Although this map becomes useless if it grows a lot. Maybe like 5 times 5 is pretty much the maximum that you want to go with. But we would be at level 20 probably at the end of the next level, 3rd level of this dungeon. That's good enough. We want access to Weapon Master epic feats, and that's more or less it.